travel. For some, it's a luxurious escape, or maybe an adrenaline-filled adventure. But if you're like me, it's a precious opportunity to discover and to give back. It's time to get real. It's time to get raw. It's time for raw travel.
Originally, I started traveling to handle stress in the everyday work world, and I would just escape for as long as I could, just try to get lost, and it worked. But what I noticed is as time went by, I needed more and more travel. It was driven out of a desire to see the world, to see other cultures, to meet new people, and to enrich my own life, really. So yesterday we arrived in Leticia, which is on the edge of the Amazon, and we missed our boat, so we spent the night here. But today we're going to take a boat 2 hours upriver to the Amazon. And I don't know what to expect. I know there's going to be a lot of mosquitoes. It's going to be a lot of heat. It's going to be humid. And other than that, I have no idea. So it's just an adventure. We're going to see what happens. One of the great things about Tayrona is that it can be very simple. Instead of staying in a big resort or a hotel, a lot of people just get a hammock like this one and they sleep right beside the ocean and experience nature. So when I get to a new place like I am right now in Cartagena, one of the first things I want to do is get out of the tourist zone and find out how the locals live. And one of the best places to do that is the local market.
Every morning in the market, merchants load up their area with fresh food and cook up traditional dishes.
Canyoning is basically rappelling down a waterfall. Now this might look easy, but it's slippery and the water below is shallow and full of rocks.
Leatherback turtles are in danger, so Trinidad is making a conscious effort to protect and preserve the species. There are several restricted beaches where you can only view the turtles with a permit and with a specially trained tour guide. I'm in Argyle Falls at the edge of the rainforest, and it doesn't get any more natural than this.
I found the Pointe-à-Pierre Wildfowl Trust, a non-profit environmental organization that breeds and provides sanctuary for endangered wetland birds. The trust is an example of how commerce and conservation need not be mutually exclusive.
I notice you're inside of an oil refinery, which is sort of interesting. Can you tell me a little bit about the relationship?
Sure, that's what makes the Wildfowl Trust so unique. Because there's nowhere else in the world that you find wetland conservation organization breeding and releasing wetland ducks and birds in the middle of a petrochemical oil refinery.
Entertaining myself in Medellin was easy. I'm a big punk rock fanatic, and to my surprise, there's a vibrant punk and metal scene in Medellin. In the comunas, or local neighborhoods, you can find concerts for all types of music, often sponsored by the local government. I went to a punk concert, of course. I saw hardcore punks mixing it up with metalheads, ska and reggae fans, and everyone was really into it.
Whenever I travel, I try to look for the underground scene. Here in Buenos Aires, it's Galleria Bond Street. Here you can get a tattoo, get piercings, buy some really cool clothes. Whatever you're into, you can probably find it here.
There are tons of tattoo parlors where you can pick which artist you like best. I decided to skip the ink and instead stopped by a cool little clothing shop called Faith and met the owner, Sebastian.
So what's it like to be the only punk band for an entire country?
It's lonely.
Here's an easy way to give back. When you're packing, why not make room in your luggage for some things you might normally throw away? They'll make great gifts for people who live where you're going.
Whenever I travel, I'm always struck by the simple way kids in impoverished areas entertain themselves. You can really brighten their day by doing something as simple as giving away old stuff from your closet, like used baseball equipment. The kids of San Basilio de Palenque may not have a lot of material things, the latest tech gadget or video game, but they sure seem happy.
There you go. A glove for you, a glove for you, a bat para ti. People who go on vacation, they want to incorporate volunteering into their agenda. I think it's really just a matter of doing a little bit of research before you come down. And once you get here, it's really not time consuming at all. It's maybe 30 minutes out of my day, but for them, they're going to talk about this all week. Okay, ciao. Bye, gracias por todo. Gracias, amigo.
Dulce Jesus Meal is a wild restaurant, bar, and playground for adults in a carnival-like atmosphere. People are dressed up like it's Halloween every night, and apparently the thing to do is to dance on tables, before or after a shot of aguardiente, which is a typical Colombian drink.
Okay, so Javier, this is a shrunken head?
Yeah, friend. That
Yeah?
was my last tourist.
Oh, really?
Now it's a
Who
joke.
asks stupid questions? That's what happens? So a head like mine, how small could it get? Like maybe that big?
25% less, exact.
Today, shrinking human heads is illegal in Ecuador, or so I was told.
Do you think, do I have potential as a jockey or am I too big? Do they need to be small and fast and young?
No, as long as you could run.
Yeah.
No matter if you're big
Oh, okay.
or small,
Okay.
as long as you could run.
Okay.
That is it.
Yeah, I can run. I don't know if I can run behind the goat, but, you know, I could try.
They have different classes of goats, and there's a cash prize, of course. So I decided I'd give this goat jockey thing a try. I want to get my hands on some of that goat money.
Go, go, go.
Good, good, good.
This is the cashew fruit responsible for your cashew nuts. The fruit is edible and the nut is. You take the fruit and make a juice, a marmalade, or even a cashew wine.
Oh, okay.
It is also called the most sexiest fruit in the world.
Why?
Why is that? Because its nuts is always exposed.
Oh, okay. Every time I go on a trip, I try to think of myself before the trip and after the trip. And I think of, okay, here I am now, what are my thoughts? And then when I come back, I think, wow, how have I changed from when before I left? And I've always changed. Yeah, the reality is it does not take a lot of money to travel. It's really just a matter of freeing your mind from what you think your obligations are and looking on the internet, researching, and, you know, maybe realigning your expectations a little bit.